The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now to my left, we have a man that really needs no introduction, for he is known the world over. It's the one, it's the only, it's Pops.
Yeah, guys, welcome to True School Sports. Oh, I forgot the untouchable True School Sports. And let's get going, and let's go ahead and talk some boxing.
There you have it, man. So, we've been talking a lot about this welterweight division. You know, there's obviously a lot of talk about Terence Crawford and Sean Porter and Errol Spence and all those guys, but we got to talk about the man himself, Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao, the 8th division champion, the future first ballot Hall of Famer, all right? There will never be another Manny Pacquiao, all right? Let's get that established here on True School Sports. But Manny Pacquiao, you know, some interesting developments in a fight that I swear I've been talking about this fight for half a decade already.
Wow.
Which is Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. This is a fight that we really want to see in boxing because we know Errol Spence don't want to hike up his skirt and get off his farm and fight Terence Crawford. We know Sean Porter, H&R Block Porter, he on the phone with his accountant talking about $2 million ain't enough. So look, Pacquiao is the only guy that might be willing to fight Terence Crawford. Now, he recently came out, or a report came out and stated that Manny Pacquiao's asking price for what he would want to get compensated to fight Terence Crawford would be upwards of $40 million. That's what he wants to fight Terence Crawford. Now, that would be double of what he made against Keith Thurman, because when he fought Keith Thurman, he made $10 million with his purse, and then when you add the back ends, he made upwards of $20 million.
Jesus.
So it's double what he made against Thurman. And when you factor in that we're in the midst of a quote-unquote global pandemic,
bullshit.
All right, $40 million might not be the most realistic thing. And you could say, listen, if you're someone who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao, that's your chance to say he's pricing himself out. He's ducking Terence Crawford. My thing is this: look, this could very well be his last fight. It could be his swan song, so to speak, and he's fighting a damn good fighter. So if Manny Pacquiao wants $40 million, then you compensate him whatever he asked for, because he's put himself in that position to get $40 million. Pops, what do you think about him asking for $40 million to fight Terence Crawford?
I think Manny Pacquiao came from nowhere to be somewhere, and he's given a lot back to boxing. Money-wise, all his fights always sell out, always do good in revenues and everything. So by him, I think, to me, he deserves, if he wants to ask for $40 million, we know how much power I'm got in his pockets. Go ahead and give it to him, because that's one guy that's going to make sure he's going to make you money, whichever's promoted. But I also will make also say that I think recently Manny Pacquiao also changed promotional companies, and believe it or not, in my own opinion, I think that has a lot to play with how much money he's asking for this fight. Also,
it is worth noting that if I'm not mistaken, if I read correctly, that they were saying that for that fight, Terence Crawford will be making upwards of $10 million, and some people, I've actually heard some people complain and say $10 million is not enough for Terence Crawford. Listen, I think Terence Crawford has reached the stage of his career. He wants this fight so badly, he don't give a fuck if he get $5 million for this fight. He wants this Pacquiao fight because he knows what beating Pacquiao will do for his legacy. He's wanted this fight for so long, and it's eluded him. In fact, I can vividly recall myself, a young BT, a young untouchable Brendan Taylor's True School Sports. I remember being in LA to cover the Romo Gonzalez Quadras fight, and the day before I was at LAX, the Los Angeles International Airport, and I was there for the Manny Pacquiao arrival, the grand arrival for his fight with Jesse Vargas. He came off the plane, and people go ape shit, they go crazy. Like 80 media members there.
You name it, yeah.
And I remember I saw his old advisor, Michael Kant. He was just standing there, so I interviewed him. I interviewed him 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I interviewed him about Terence Crawford. Yeah. And Michael Kant said, "Oh no, it just doesn't sell, and the money, like that type of thing." That was 5 years ago. So here we are, 5 years later, still talking about this fight.
I still say that you name me a fight, and I'll be honest with you, since Pacquiao been up here in the top, where he has not made any profit for anybody in boxing. And if you can ask me that for the last 10 years, then I will say Pacquiao is wrong. But I'm not going to say that. I think Pacquiao deserves what he got. I think he can get that fight. How much did Thurman make when he fought Pacquiao?
Thurman made about he made up 2.5, but with back ends he made about $8 million. That's why these guys won't fight nobody.
Yeah. So yeah. But I'm saying for Crawford, say what you want, but $10 million Crawford You've been sitting at home, not making anything. Take the fight, have the fight be made,
and then if he beats Pacquiao, right? Not only does that elevate his profile,
it changes everything,
and who he is in the welterweight division. That could be a signature
and
win.
if he won an all-time greats,
it gives him that leverage at the negotiating table with
anybody.
Farmer Spence.
Yeah.
Farmer Spence.
Yeah. So I mean,
or H&R Block Porter.
Yeah, exactly. Was you gonna knock the fuck out of him anyways? But the bottom line is, I don't think. I'm gonna say again. I don't think that Pacquiao's asking too much, and I don't. And I think whatever they're gonna give Crawford if this fight ever happened, what you said, what 10 million maybe if that happens, if that's what it's the case, so be it. Give him that, and if Crawford start crying, well, like you say, you're gonna make more money if you beat a legend like Pacquiao.
That puts you in such a better position. So, you know, I'm happy that there's at least a new development in this ongoing saga. You know, hopefully. You know, the Bob Arum, who is been in the game for a long time, can help meet Pacquiao's demands.
I just think back and forth, in all these years, we're losing a good fighter like Crawford's time. Where he should be in the ring, making big fights, making names, beating names down, doing things. We got fans are suffering because the promoters want to take it out. And
Crawford is suffering. He can't. We see he passed an eye test. We can see he's one of the best fighters in the world, but he's not getting the chance to prove himself against the best fighters in the world.
It's crazy.
You know, whatever the case may be. So,
I mean, wish him the best. Hopefully, the fight can be made.
Fingers crossed it gets done. And you know, just out of curiosity, if they, let's say they try to fight next, a Pacquiao and Crawford fight, let's say in the summer of this year or latter stage this year, who are you picking and why?
If it's Crawford and Pacquiao,
What you got?
What's my saying?
Experience overcomes. So you going Pacquiao?
The thing is, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Crawford.
But you think Pacquiao will beat Terence Crawford at 42 years old on a year and a half of inactivity?
I will tell. I will.
You know.
The thing is, speed
kills.
Yeah, right. But speed and the movement in the ring and everything. Believe it or not, I will give the advantage to Pacquiao over Crawford.
Okay.
That's not taking it away from Crawford because Crawford will catch you one. He's one of those. I always say the thing I like about Crawford is you have to wake that fucking dog up, and Crawford's got to be there with a dog to fight. And I think it'll be a tough fight for him just to handle. Basically, Manny Pacquiao. So I'm going to go with Pacquiao, even though the reality, my heart's telling me Crawford, but my experience is telling me Pacquiao. I think the speed's going to play a big thing. Speed.
You sound like who? You sound like my boy Johnny. Shout out to Johnny Cortijo. Like Johnny
boy,
Vegas Johnny.
And I haven't talked about this fight. That's what I feel.
But I'm glad you feel it because I feel completely different. I'm going with Terence Crawford. I think it's his time. I think he's the best welterweight in the world, and it's not even close.
Well, I will say one thing. All this anger and stuff that he's getting aside from all this bullshit, I will feel sorry for Pacquiao.
I think Terence Crawford, you know, when it's all said and done, you know, when he gets those fights, he's gonna get those fights, and I remain optimistic that he'll get those fights that he needs in the next year and a half or two. And when he gets those fights, he's gonna rise to the occasion, and he's gonna prove to the world why he's one of the best fighters the sport has seen in the last 30 years.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. What do you think, BT? Do you think he should say fuck Bob Arum and move on to somebody else because all this shit's happened because of that too? Or do you think that Bob Arum's not promoting him enough? Or do you think he should if you had a choice to move to another company, what would you do? Or another promotion company, what would you do? Who would you recommend? The current.
Who would I recommend?
For him.
I hate all of them.
Or could you be like, stand that break and go solo and you'd be on your promoter?
I think the best thing for Crawford to do at this point in time would probably be to sign. If you sign with PBC, don't sign anything past the fight. Make everything fight by fight basis.
Yes, that's a good move.
One fight by so that way, if you get sick of their bullshit or if they're not treating you right, you can go back to Bob. You can go to Matchroom. You can do what you got to do, but just don't sign anything long term that's gonna keep you hinged to them.
Yeah,
you know, treat like a bachelor. Be a bachelor.
Yeah, because I think a lot of things. What I hear El Haim, you can sign with him, but sometimes he just keeps certain fighters on the shelf. They'll get paid here and there.
That's what I'm saying. So he might. Terrence might do always, you know, the LDBC people like, he need to sign Al Heyman. And then he signed Al Heyman, and then he can't get fights. So you just don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen until it happens.
Well, you know, Al Heyman could buy real estate, send you to Atlanta,
Send you to Atlanta, buy your real estate. He'll get you. He'll teach you. He'll teach you about rental properties. Like Julie, remember when Julie Williams? Remember when Julie Williams beat Jared Hurd? This dude's crying and he's like, I had $1 million worth of rental properties before I became champion. Thank you, Al Heyman.
And then I don't know if it was recently, but I remember we talked about this. A lot of fighters moved to Atlanta. I was like, as a BT, why they moved to Atlanta? Oh, they bought property. They got this, they got that. Oh, we all want it. We love Al Heyman.
We love Al Heyman.
So I mean,
he's a great guy.
But we don't know behind what he does or whatever. But only the fighters know that. But I'm quite sure he puts them into real estate games to make some money too. So
shout out to Al
if they can't pay Al Heyman his money for the fight, don't worry, you're gonna take your houses.
The house has collateral, but look, hopefully it happens.
We're joking, yeah.
Crawford Pacquiao. Pacquiao wants his $40 million.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Pacquiao's priced
I mean,
himself out?
What other fight would? Because everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants. I mean, Pacquiao has a lot of good options. A lot of fighters want to fight. Of course, they want to fight. They want that. Like you said, you beat him, your leverage and negotiating goes way up. So yeah. So what other? I mean, what other fighters would you want to see Pacquiao fight? Not for less money or a little. Well,
personally, just on a personal, because I can't stand him as a fighter. I like to see Manny Garcia and beat the fuck out of him.
Who did
Manny Pacquiao? I don't like Manny Garcia, so I like to see.
I won't even. I agree with what you're saying, but I won't give that fucking money for fucking.
So you wouldn't do it?
What's that?
You don't even want to give Manny Garcia the satisfaction of
no, fuck him.
Why?
He's a fucking diva bitch. No, I just don't like him. I'm tired of this fucking asshole. Then you're telling me that
you guys gotta excuse me. He's over here drinking that Mike's Hot Lemonade.
Yeah. So then now I think we were just talking right now. You were just telling me that Mike Garcia was saying he only want to fight me.
Oh, yeah, Mike Garcia got to go fix his lip and say he only wants to fight low risk fights. But then your last fight was against Jesse Vargas, who's been wanting to move to 154, been weight training 147 for how many years? You know.
And just so what I'm saying is Garcia. What you're telling me when you say something like that is that you just want to pick a paycheck.
If he wanted a low risk fight, he'd fight him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you're just telling me you just want to pick a paycheck and just fight just to make money and go on. Regardless of how much you want, you just want to make a paycheck. You don't want to fight the top level. So basically, you're a fucking journeyman.
That's it. So maybe
that
what you will. But look,
Pacquiao, good luck.
Pacquiao, good luck. Hope we
Bob Arum make the whatever fight you want to make.
Hopefully, Bob, you do what you do as a promoter and you get this fight done because the people want to see this fight.
You're the Bob father. Come on, Bob.
Come on, Bob. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.